My name is Amelia. I am a cosmic channel for divine energies, and today we are asking the question about your longing, about what you miss the most. And you have an option to choose between pile 1 and pile 2. So take a moment to tune into the energies of the different piles. And when you've made your selection, we're going to begin. Okay, so for pile 1, the first question that's being asked is, what do you think you're longing for? The card that was drawn for you was 9 of Swords. So I'm not a traditional tarotist or tarotist. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I am more of an intuitive energy reader and channeler. So from this card, we could see that you feel that things are too heavy for you, like life is too much and you might have too much on your plate. And this can contribute to a feeling of heaviness, even disease. This is all stemming from your mind and from your perspective and how you perceive things. And because it comes from your own point of view, it's good to understand and know that you can change your mind whenever you feel the need to do so. I'm hearing that it's not up to you to change the specific situation that you're in. It's up to you to focus and change your energetic boundary system and your energetic alignment with yourself, and then automatically things will fall into place because you're putting the right energy where it needs to go. So think of reality as a domino effect. And your energy sends ripples, waves through the universe. So when you're constantly feeling negative or weighed down, you are creating a ripple effect and it's being displayed back to you. You might be longing for someone or something, and because of the heaviness of what you're going through, you might feel the need to focus on the thing that you long for, but in desperation or in anxiety, and that's actually pushing the thing, the person, the desire away from you and creating bigger problems, attracting bigger problems. So let's see what's the true essence of your longing. So the next card that I pulled for you was, I'm not sure how to pronounce this, but this is Irene, Goddess Irene. There's no need to worry as everything is working out beautifully. So these cards I totally pull randomly, right? So I really had no idea what's on the cards beforehand. You can let me know if you want me to do a live shuffle. It's just that it just takes so much of your time to watch and listen to someone shuffling cards. So I think I'll just pull the cards beforehand and then do the channeled reading. Okay, so in this picture you could see a woman holding a baby, and dolphins are swimming in the background. And basically this is the answer to the whole situation over here, isn't it, right? Basically that you have to let go of a few things and surrender to peace. So there are many ways that we can do this. When your true essence is peace, then the longing for peace falls away. So the answer is to understand and to know that you are peace, and then allowing yourself to be who you truly are. If you're an empath like I am, oftentimes you interact with the outside world that is not necessarily in alignment with your highest frequency. But that doesn't mean that you have to stop being at peace, stop being your true self. When you come back to your true self, the longing of the external falls away. And when that happens on a consistent basis, the external automatically falls into place. It's a dichotomy that happens in the universe. When once you let go, you receive. Okay. What's blocking you from being at one with your desire? So in this picture, we see the idealized home life situation. So maybe something with regards to your career or your home life, or the stability at home or at work is contributing to a feeling of, I'm hearing, misuse or deep contemplation or misunderstanding. You might be longing for this, and the fact that you feel an absence of that makes you feel alone, or makes you feel that you might not be able to have it. A lot of times we form relationships because not only because we love someone else, but also because when we are in a relationship, we allow the rest of the universe to grow and develop through us being in a relationship with someone else, because essentially we are in relationship with the universe and with ourselves through others. And once we perceive everything from source and being source, the misalignment or the illusion of separation falls away. And it's very easy in family dynamics to place certain expectations on others and believe that others cannot change. In some instances, people will change, in other instances not, but it's not up to you to create the change in others. It's up to you to be who you truly are, to come back to your own peace and your own serenity, and in a sense take care of your own inner child. So the inner child is the newest you that you can remember in this lifetime before mass conditioning took place. And it's essential to have a relationship with your inner child so that you are able to move from this space to this space, if that makes sense. So how can you embody the essence, the energy your heart is truly desiring? So these are cards I've written myself. The energy you're carrying is not your own. Cleanse your energy. Okay, this is very interesting because this ties into the fact that I was picking up empath energy, right? The making of an empath is very much societal bound. That's what I'm hearing. Just as the making of narcissist or narcissistic tendencies in others is society bound. On some levels of existences in this universe, in this multiverse, I believe that a lot of cosmic communities are through and through telepathic and empathic and heart-centered. And this might also be a reason that you feel trapped in your own mind and your own perceptions, because maybe it seems to you that others is getting this life, or this white picket fence life, and that maybe that's not what your soul truly aspires to have. Maybe your soul truly aspires to have something completely else, right? Maybe the essential energy or held in this card might be in essence the energy that you desire, but packaged in a different way. And just because everyone else around you is aspiring to live in a certain way doesn't necessarily mean you have to, because nothing on the outside is ever going to be enough if you're not at peace with yourself. There's nothing wrong to aspire to have certain things and require certain things and own certain things. It's just that if you cultivate a sense of peace and understanding with your true self, then whatever is going to be a byproduct of this energy is going to be so much more rewarding. Now, the problem is that you're carrying energy, right? You're carrying lower vibrational energies that are not necessarily your own. So there are multiple ways of cleansing and clearing your energy. If you're a sensitive being or an empathic being, or you work with a lot of people, or you have a very strenuous job, it's important to manage your energy. So clearing your energy, for example, if you take a bath or a shower, to do a quick visualization, seeing all the energy being cleared from your space, from your body, visualizing yourself in certain orbs of light during the day. I personally work with Archangel Michael amongst some of the other angels in terms of earthly. This is a subject for another day, but you're always protected, right? No matter what, you're always protected. If you're listening to this channel, and you're a ascending soul, then you're always protected. But you might not always be aware of that protection. And sometimes if you have repetitive negative thoughts, it's kind of like you create you create certain energies, or you create certain openings and gaps in your own energy for certain energies to attach. So it's good, or it's more beneficial to not see these energies as neither good nor bad. You have to recognize that it's not your own, and therefore let it go. So you're only supposed to really focus on your own energy. You don't have to cleanse and clear others' energy. You first and foremost need their permission to do so. But if negative energies are attached to you, you just feel depressed or lethargic or not yourself, or you have negative thoughts or emotions quite often, it's vital to determine your own energy, and it's vital to sense into your own energy and know when other energies are at play in your own energetic field. And then you can just simply let them go. You can do a prayer if you're a prayerful person, if I can say that, or you could just do a visualization. Intention is everything in this case. So that's the most important thing. If you can, try to go out in nature and do a meditation in nature, and tune back into the energy of peace. In terms of energy clearing, there are multiple YouTube videos with energy clearing, so you can look for a video that is most suited for you. Thank you so much for tuning into this reading. If you feel that this reading resonated with you, you can support the channel by liking and subscribing. And yeah, thank you so much from sunny South Africa. Bye. Okay, so group 2. If you're tuning in for group 2, let's start with the first question. So the first question that we'd like to have answered tonight is what you think you're longing for. What are you thinking you're longing for? Okay, so the first card that I pulled for you is this guy sitting in front of this card always reminds me of that, I think, is it Led Zeppelin? Knocking on heaven's door. Hey, hey. Yeah. So traditionally speaking, this card is about ascension and awakening and following traditional paths. So you might be a spiritualist, someone on a spiritual journey, someone who's awakening to their own divinity, and you feel that you've connected to this light inside of you and you just want more. And you might partake in certain practices or diets or cleansing regimes or things that you feel helps you acquire certain spiritual spiritual powers or intuition, right? Let's see what's the true essence of your longing. This is a goddess card, and we pulled Mary Magdalene on conditional love. Love yourself, others, in every situation, no matter what the outward appearance may be. Okay, so when we look at the Hierophant in tarot, to me, a lot of like masculine energy comes through. So even within the spiritual realm, we deal with masculine spirituality or spiritual practices and feminine spirituality and feminine practices. So when you think of masculinity, you think of manifesting, of acting, doing. Sometimes some people say that even nurturing is more of a masculine trait, taking care of others, being ascetic. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it rightly, but basically abstinence, moral code, and discipline, right? Pushing through and discipline. Where on the other hand, we have the feminine aspects of spirituality. This is when you go down the rabbit hole and see how far it goes. In this case, it's going into your heart and seeing how amazing your own light is. The interesting thing is this man, the masculine energy, it's kind of like wanting to climb the ladder to heaven, right? And it's as if the divinity and the light is shining down on this person. Whereas with the feminine energy, the light comes from within. So there is truth and power in both these paths, right? With feminine spirituality, it's more about going into the void and sometimes unplanned, unthought of, right? Taking the road less traveled. It's the way of being and opening your heart space and receivership, divine receivership and divine sexuality and sensuality. This is also a topic for another day, but not necessarily the sexuality and the sensuality that has been promulgated to us. Something much deeper, the understanding that everything is life, and birthing life through every moment, through every breath, through every conscious moment of awareness. The knowing that you are life and love itself. So I'm sensing that although you're doing all these practices, and I want to congratulate you for this, because I know sometimes it could be quite challenging, but also, you can go into some very interesting mind, body, emotional states. That it's very important to remember that the light is not somewhere up there in heaven, and you don't necessarily have to take all the steps up to this light. The light's already within you, and the essential light can just be embodied by you being you naturally. You're already whole and complete. This ladder is not outside of yourself. This ladder is actually a ladder moving deeper into your own heart. So the closer you get to yourself, to your innermost sanctuary, your essential love energy, the closer you get to heaven. And this doesn't necessarily mean you have to abandon all the masculine practices, but maybe you can balance it out with more feminine practices. Be playful about it. So what's blocking you from being at one with your desire? Let's see. Four of Cups. Okay. So a lot of souls here on earth turn to spirituality because they have had some form of trauma or neglect, or some healing, some form of dark night of the soul, where some form of healing took place, right? It's very interesting because Mary has her heart open over here, right? The cup for her own divinity and salvation is running over. And here we see another cup, right? being given to you. So love is there, opportunity is there. The true essence of who you are is already there, but there is something attached to your past or suppressed from your past that is making you believe that you have to apply whatever you've applied before your awakening journey now in your life, so that you can receive some samadhi and escape samsara, right? Receive heaven and escape hell. And it might have been a very masculine orientated methodology that you followed. But you might be doing this because you're either suppressing something, or you don't want to let go of the full-on masculine ways. And that's kind of like that's steering you away from what's already there. And if you just turn around or like turn within, you'll see it's, you already got the juice. The juice is inside of you. When I say juice, I mean the divine love and wholeness and completion and heaven on earth that we already are, for all of time. So how can you embody the energy your heart is desiring? One of my own cards that I wrote down, look at things with new eyes by walking, talking, being, feeling your ultimate self. Look at things with new eyes. Okay, look what is there already within inside of yourself. So don't feel maybe don't feel threatened by your own feminine energy. Maybe, I don't know if that makes sense to you, but that's what's coming through. Sometimes there are certain parts of ourselves that we suppress or deny because of societal norms or of our own beliefs and perceptions, right? Or purely just because we needed to survive at some point or another. But there's so much more to you, and being soft and being sweet and being loving and just being is enough. And you don't have to work hard to earn your divinity. You're already divine, whole and complete. Karma is a choice from here on out. You can choose through your divine free will what you want to be. Manifestation is so much sweeter if you come from a place of aligned power, because then you're not trying to follow a strict regime so in order for you to receive enlightenment, because that's kind of like just paradigm hopping. That's like, okay, do this degree, go to school, I don't know, all the other stuff that they told us to do. Not that those things are essentially good or bad. I'm just saying that, like, you don't, these little steps that you take, right? The practices that you do is just a reminder for you of this. This is not the stuff that you need to do to find this. These are the stuff that you do because it allows you, it brings you into resonance with what you already are, so that the seeking and the longing for something that might have been lost a long time ago, or a situation that's being suppressed that might be still causing hurt, is not the driving force of you wanting to get there. Because if you're purely taking the masculine route, you might think that you're moving up the stairs, but you might be moving away from yourself. And then when you find that heaven is within, then you can release the understanding of who you think you are, because you're tying your identity to something that happened in the past. It's all happening in the moment of now. The love, the being, the feeling is all happening in the now. And once you connect to this sense of being, then this energy is going to give you divine direction and is going to allow you to navigate these steps. But just remember, it's not an external journey, it's an internal journey. And then the external follows, the energy that you create within. So that is what I have for you tonight. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great evening, or day, or morning, afternoon. It's nighttime here in South Africa, so yeah, I'm gonna go make myself some cocoa and cuddle my cat. Cuddle my cat. Okay, I love you. Thank you for tuning in. If you liked or resonated with anything, I don't want to say liked because that's it carries less meaning than resonating, right? Because sometimes you can hear or you can see something that you might not necessarily not like. You might feel triggered by it, but it still resonates at a deeper level, if you know what I mean. If this resonated, you can subscribe and like to support the channel, and I'll see you somewhere in future. Okay, love you, bye.